Last week, with the help of my parents, we installed this steering system. It's pretty good. I've used a pre-stretched rope, so I just need to get a good tension on it and it shouldn't stretch too much. One thing which I'm not sure if people will have picked up on, I used exterior paint inside. I learned the hard way. I managed to get ill from spending too much time in that hole, so yeah, I'm just trying to ventilate it. I did research it a bit. It's really not good to use exterior paint inside because of the VOCs that it produces when it's curing, and this paint could take something like 8 days to cure. Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid spending time in there, but it should be alright after an amount of time. This week I'm gonna focus on getting the engine serviced, both running and installed, and then I might have something close to a fully functioning motorboat. This one's a 2012 and this one's a 2005. I have a proper service kit for this one, but I couldn't find the right one for this. I don't have an outboard stand as well, so I can't do this upright, so it's going to be a bit more difficult. I learnt the hard way that you can only put 4-stroke outboards one way up. If you put them the other way, obviously oil gets into the cylinders. I'm just going to focus on the lower units. I'm going to take them both off and then just see if I can compare to see if they're the same. Got 2 lower units off. The 2012 engine with the bad corrosion, that one was way worse than the 2005 one. But yeah, I'll just build them back up, change the impellers and any gaskets that don't look too good. This is really weird. The gear lube oil in this lower unit is white, and from the other lower unit it was like really black. So I got this little oil pump today from Shanduri, which Pete took me to. Thanks very much, Pete. I mean, it's like €10 for this little pump. I was going to try it without the pump and just pour it in, but yeah, you just pump the oil up until it comes out of the oil level hole. There we go. When I take this off, it should not come out too fast because there's a vacuum. I'll just make sure it's nipped up tight. So this propeller's not fitting, this bit doesn't fit on. I only really need this little centre bit as sort of a washer, so I'm just going to cut that off and stick that on. It should be alright then. What the flip? The new one of these doesn't even fit. I've just cleaned it up a bit, should be alright, it's cleaned up well. So a passerby commented who watched the channel, and he said that my outboard was moving way too much when I was accelerating or putting throttle on, and he said that this plate was too small, and I was like, no, it's okay. But then I looked at it and I realised that that could be the reason why it's bending. I thought it was just normal for the outboard to move, but I need to take this off and hopefully it'll come off easily. I used like a pretty good sealant, I think. Hopefully it'll come off without doing too much damage. Okay, so the sealant's not very good. Yeah. Well, I'm glad that came off easy, and I probably won't put a patch there. I'll just clamp it straight to that. Other people mentioned as well through bolting the engine mount for the outboard as well, which I could do also. I'll use this plate on the other side. I was struggling to lift the engines up all the way because these ropes were getting in the way, and a lot of you guys have sent me diagrams by email, so thank you so much. And the overwhelming consensus is that I'll just move these. Well, a lot of people said to put the anchor point on the vertical pieces, but I've done that before and the blocks just sort of touch that and get in the way and chafe, so I am just going to move it up still on this diagonal but closer to about here, and it should all be out of the way. So I'm going to have to drill more holes through here, but I can reuse these holes for a platform for my fuel tank. People have also suggested using a winch as well, so when I get my winch for my jib sheet, I should be able to route this rope to that winch and then be able to winch them with my jib winch as well. So thank you so much, I appreciate it, and all the advice from the comment section as well. It's always really useful, so thank you very much. I got a comment on my last video from someone who said they were passing by on a ship and to look out for a wave, and it's funny, on this huge ship I've just seen a guy waving to me. So yeah, I did read your comment and I was waiting for it, and in fact I was actually waving at another ship before that, so they probably thought I was crazy, although they probably can't see me because it's really far away, but yeah. Funny. That's slowed to a drip, so should be alright. I can definitely see why electric appeals, because there's just no oil everywhere. You're not putting oil into the environment. I do get it, but I do also love combustion engines as well. Everything's a bit of a mess at the moment, but I've hooked everything up. Please let me know if I need to have anything between the engine and the battery. I don't want to do any damage to the electrics, I don't want to fry them. But yeah, I'm just going to try and start the engines and just check that I hooked everything up correctly. There's always a worry that the water tube's not connected because you can't really see it when you put the lower unit on, so yeah, fingers crossed. We'll start with the one which I put on first. running. She was running. That engine is really not peeing out much water. There's not much water coming through the telltale. I fear that maybe using the wrong fuel in the tank there. I used 95. I probably should have been using 98. Potentially the carb's not very good because I need choke to get up to the higher revs, or have a little bit of choke first, or I don't know. So it's alright, it starts and runs, but really not sure why it's not pumping the water. This one's just got a key, no control. But I'll use the control from one of the two-stroke engines, and yeah, fingers crossed. Wow, almost straight away. Way too small. Cables are too small. I'll have to take them back because they're not cheap. Maybe 30 euros each, and I got 2. Oh, so stupid. It's about an inch too small. There's a lot of stuff that I need to get anyway, like little split pins and stuff, which were difficult to foresee needing during this engine service. So do some online shopping tonight, I think. I'm really happy though with how the engines come up. They give me a really good clearance from sea level, so there's not going to be too much banging on them, only in really heavy waves and going into it. So my last boat had about, I don't know, 40 centimeters of bridge deck clearance. Now I've probably got more than double that. Yeah, Minky was alright downwind. The water didn't slap too much, but yeah, I'm really pleased with this anyway, apart from all the little things and stuff that I forgot. Wow. It's been a bit of a rough week, especially from getting ill. I think it's because of the paint, but I've just been ventilating this hull out, keeping the skylight thing off, and just letting, when it's not raining, letting the air circulate, and it feels much fresher. And the painting in this hull is almost finished, and it's starting to feel like a really sort of livable space now that my kitchen's all organised and our galley is all organised, but in some places it looks a little bit plain, so I've got a few little artistic touches to make it pop a little bit. I found this skateboard deck online, and it's the same colours that Mahi will be pretty much, so I'm going to mount that. And I also have some yellow grip tape, skateboard grip tape, which I'll use on the stairs, which are now very nicely painted, but they just look very plain. Hopefully it'll look alright. Oh, there we go, a little colour touch. I quite like it. Kind of makes me want to really finish off everything in here, but hey. Yeah, last night I ordered cables, another 25 litre tank for my other engine, so once I get that, I'll get it all installed. I hope this episode wasn't a little bit boring. It's been a little bit difficult, the weather's been rubbish, and yeah, constantly finding out that I need something that I don't have, and then I have to wait a day or go out and kind of break the flow of work. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then leave us a like and subscribe as well. If you're not subscribed, subscribe, because it is my aim to get sailing in summer. I told the boat yard owner June to give myself something to work towards pretty soon, but I mean, we'll see, but it has to be this summer at least. And thank you so much to all my patrons, my coffee givers, PayPalers, super thanks on YouTube. I really appreciate it. I am trying to make everything, you know, as cheap as possible, hopefully without cutting too many corners, but it is such an expensive project. But with your guys' help and with you guys watching the videos, it pretty much covers it works out even at the end of the day. So thank you so much. And yeah, next week hopefully more progress and some nice weather coming, so yeah, looking forward to that. All right, thanks again for watching. See you later.